They write
No. From when I came in, I have some. I was going to ask you if it's okay after. So
that was you saved us. Thank you. Okay, so when a person, when the body becomes sick, the soul is also affected, right? The soul also can't function the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so tapuchim have something to do with healing. So let's look at the pasuk. Tapuach etzeh hayar, like this incredible, right, creation of a kadosh baruch hu, embedded within a tremendous technology of healing. Okay. So too, you, Klal Yisrael, are amongst all the other nations. You, right, are a tremendous technology of healing, of bringing healing. And what is healing in this world? Healing that all illness comes from concealment of Hashem. Mm-hmm. So healing is revelation. Mm-hmm. You are being charged with this, right? You are being charged. You are just your presence is this presence of shviyut, of
sanity.
Thank you. I'm missing. I need shviyut, sanity, right? Of staying balanced. Okay, of you. That's going to be you. Mm-hmm. Have you think about this for like a minute? In the world right now, which is completely insane, right? Yes. Insane from every aspect. Okay, from every aspect, we are surrounded by insanity on every level, okay? Mm-hmm. And what Hashem is telling us, you are going to maintain that place. You are that tapuach. You are that source of healing. That is going to be your job to center, right? Center. Focus, center. Because, I mean, we've been saying this for years, and every time we say it, I'm like, it can't get crazier than this. And somehow it does. Somehow it does. Yeah, my son was listening to this podcast, this debate between, I don't remember who, someone pro-Palestinian, someone representing Israel, and I think it was Pierce Morgan. And this guy, this woman, she's talking about how horrible, Israel is and our army is. And I'm like, I can't even listen to that. Like, how do you, you're on national, you're actually, people believe this?
Yes, they do.
People believe this? Majority of people believe it, right? Majority of people choose to believe it. It's unbelievable, right? So we're sick, and what's our job? Our job is to be the ra'aya. Our job is to be the tapuach, okay? So, and it says, not only that, but the Zohar Kadosh says, Shchinta mir'a bigalusa. The Shechina, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the Shechina is the ra'aya, right? The Shechina is sick, so to speak, in the galus, okay? And what happens when a person gets sick, right? They can't eat, right? They have no appetite. They have no koyach to eat. Things don't taste right. But also, if he would eat, it could do damage because the food is not going to help him right now. V'adarabba. By eating, it could make him even sicker. And therefore, because the soul is sick. So if a person becomes sick, because for whatever spirit, I'm talking about spiritual sickness, right? Then he can't eat, meaning he can't do Torah and mitzvos. And not only that, but if he does Torah and mitzvos, which is food, it might have the opposite effect on him, right? Mm-hmm. Did you ever hear of nittel?
What?
Nittel.
You mean the night when you're not allowed to learn Torah?
The night where you're not allowed to learn Torah, right? Which is a big thing in Chabad, right?
When is it?
It's Xmas but according to the Jewish calendar. Sometimes there's different shitas, right? One of my sons, he was learning in the yeshiva where they did not do anything about nittel. So he was for 6 days. I think there's 6 different shitas of when nittel is. He's like, oh, tonight's nittel, I can't come tonight Seder. Oh, tonight's nittel, I can't come tonight Seder, right? It was a good point. Anyways, in Hasidus, and especially Chabad and Satmar, and the more Eastern Hasidus, it's not as common in Polish Hasidim, although it is done. But the further east you moved, the more they were makbid on it. And that is the night, it's a different opinion. Is it the night of the 25th? Is it the night of the 1st? Or is it according to the Jewish calendar, which would make it Tet Chet or Tet Av, Tevet, sorry. The 8th or the 9th of Tevet. Okay, that's a whole nother shir on the 10th, the 8th, 9th, and 10th of Tevet. We'll leave that for another time. But there was an Indian not to learn that night. Why? Because such tumah came into the world that the Sitra Achra, the other side, is going to grab the Torah and it's going to be used in a way that's going to not be beneficial to anybody. It's like eating, right? When a person is sick, or eating bad food, right? Eating when they're sick. We can't say they're eating bad food. So therefore, there's pictures of the Lubavitcher playing chess, right? In the Hasidic yeshivas, they have programs, what?
Kvitlach.
Taking fit. So some rebbes won't even take kvitlach.
I have a card of Jewish cards called kvitlach.
Oh, playing cards.
Only those cards.
Right.
They have crowns on them. It's
right, because I don't know why, but it's like a thing not to touch like regular cards. I have no idea why.
Maybe because of the king.
I have no idea, but it's like considered extremely offensive to Yerushalmi and some Hasidim to have a deck of cards.
I know.
I have no idea why. I just know that because I one time bought a deck of cards for my kids to play with during a certain event, and I didn't realize that it was not respectful. Okay, so in any event, there is something that sometimes a person could do something, and it's the right thing to do, but it's the wrong time. It's the wrong place to do it. So it could be Torah and mitzvahs. It could be a good thing. I'm giving tzedakah. It's not the right time right now, and it's not the right place, or I gave it in a way which is embarrassing, or however I did it. I did it for myself. I did a million reasons why something could actually be the wrong thing to do, even though it's the right thing to do. Okay? Officially. וכך, כיוון שהנפש הוא חולה, אזי הלחם של תורה מצווה בוקר. והיינו, שכמו החולה שיש לו איש זר. And what is this like? And here we're going to go back to the sons of Aaron, Nadav, and Abihu. Like the ill person who has this foreign fire, shehu bechinas choli hachamimos. He has a fever, right? He has heat, which is not benefiting him right now. Okay, it's making him too hot. The fever is like the foreign fire, which he's going to explain. We shouldn't give him to eat. Okay? So too with the illness of the soul. The soul has a foreign fire burning within him. Maybe it's ego, right? Maybe it's narcissism. Maybe it's, I don't know, okay? Because fire can only be for one thing, God. Fire for anything else is dangerous. It's a dangerous weapon. How do we say weapon in Lashon HaKodesh? Neshek. Same showish as neshika, as a kiss, right? Because it's fire, okay? It's that desire. It's that huge motivation. And like it says in Shir HaShirim, its fire is the fire. Its coals are the coals of fire, the flame of God. But through a foreign fire, which is like the fever, which is like the ta'avot zarot, foreign desires. The coals, the fire, the flames are not for God. So these people, right, who their fire is not for God, for whatever it is, but it's not God, it's foreign, oy vavoy, if they do Torah and mitzvahs. Oy vavoy. Because what's going to happen to the Torah and mitzvahs? It's going to make them, even more sick, and it's going to make others sick. Okay, so what do we do with that though, right? Because we all have foreign fires within us, right? I don't think we wouldn't be human if we didn't have to deal with those foreign fires, right? And the Eitzah, the advice is, how are we going to cure these foreign fires? How are we going to get rid of the fever, right? Are we going to take Acamol? Are we going to take ibuprofen? Are we going to do, we should get a massage. That's what we should do, right? through healing. Kemola mashal harufua gashmi. Af shehi tipa achas mikol makom yesh bakoach lamshich chiyus hanefesh mechadosh. This is phenomenal. Just like in conventional medicine, or in even holistic medicine, where one drop could cure the person, one drop could take away the fever, the same thing with the fever of foreign fire. What is, I think we know what it means, but let's get it concrete. Kamola mashal. Okay. That little drop, right? That little drop could renew the soul, renew the body. Medicine has more strength than bread, than food. It can cure a person. Those drops, whatever they're from, right? Conventional, non-conventional. Those drops are concentrated healing powers. Okay? So we're not going to feed a fever, right? What are we going to do? We're going to give medicine. And that's what's going to heal them so that they can eat. And when they eat, the food will benefit them. And what's refuah? Anyone want to take a guess? Bechinas tshuva. Return. Umasha amru Chazal. Gedola tshuva shemevia refuah la'olam. And this is what Chazal meant when they said, how great is tshuva, that it brings healing to the world. Ve'al kein, al yedei tshuva yachol hagia b'shata chada u'b'rag'a chada. You can get in a minute healed, right? Through tshuva. All it takes is a minute of tshuva. What is tshuva? Tshuva is very simple, right? Regret, remorse, right? Regret, remorse, confession, and Kabbalah ala asid. And I'm not going to do this again, right? I don't want to do this again. God, help me not to do this again, because I'm probably going to do it again, right? Help me, right? I don't want to do it. Right now, I don't want to do it again. Right now, I never want to repeat this mistake. Torah u'ma'asim tovim. And that those 3 seconds, right? Let's say 30 seconds. Let's say we're going to spend 10 seconds on each step. We can get further. That drop of tshuva can bring us further than what tzaddikim do all day long with Torah u'ma'asim tovim, Torah and good deeds. Shel 50 shana, 50 years. In other words, one drop of spiritual penicillin or spiritual, give me a name of somebody? No, I want the natural.
Oh.
One drop of herbal remedy, homeopathic herbal remedy, or one drop. I have to be careful. I know I'm talking to. Or one drop of penicillin, right? Spiritual penicillin. Those drops of tshuva has more power than 50 years of tshuva u'masim tovim.
Wow. No, I was just thinking, and I remember like many years ago in my tshuva process, I remember really strongly feeling that I was like, as I was sort of transitioning from the non-film world into the film world, I really felt like I was like realigning myself in my world with Hashem's world. And that was causing, I'm not saying someplace with Guy, I'm just saying there was this feeling of like, that with me realigning myself into God's world and like the mitzvot, that there was like a larger, I was just part of this realignment that was happening in the world at large. And the more that we can realign ourselves, like with tshuva, when we do tshuva, what is tshuva? When we do tshuva, we make a mistake, we say we regret, but there's like a realignment again. We've realigned ourselves with Hashem, and that has tremendous effect.
The Kabbalah uses that concept of lines, of realignment.
Oh, really? Yeah,
yes.
That's what I felt like also, so that I
literally,
did
that's
realigning. That's what it is. It's like realignment, like we kind of went off, right? By doing a sin or whatever we did.
The Hebrew meaning of the Hebrew word chet is actually to go off.
Right, and then there's like this sense of like realignment, like inside of ourselves, we realign ourselves again. That also has like the whole world at some point will be
Right.
It's just whatever, just the thought.
And that's physically when a person is sick.
Exactly.
What is their body's off?
Yeah, body's off, and then there's
how we say
realignment again.
I'm off, right? We're getting back up, but we're off, right?
Yeah.
I feel off.
Yeah.
It's not, the balance is missing. That's fever, right?
Exactly.
In America, when I was growing up, There was no God, there was no soul in my environment, so to speak. So I had what I call now spiritual emergencies. It's emergence of the soul, would have to scream and burst out in very inappropriate ways. They're called psychotic episodes. But what it was my soul just saying, I am here. There is a God. And it was like a whole, it's a breaking of the shells, really. It's like cultural shells that we get put under in many places that don't.
I'm not sure it's the breaking or it's the healing of this.
It makes the whole thing different. I mean, it softens it. It makes it, you don't discard it, but you learn how to transform it into a nurturing shell. So it's like with fruit. There's the protection for the seed, and then that becomes the nourishment for the seed to become a plant.
And bring many more
Yeah.
fruits and seeds. Yeah. I like that emergency, spiritual emergency. Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
והיינו לפי שזהו כמו שכתוב בזוהר, תשובה הוא בשעת אחדה וברעד אחדה. ולפי שיש בזה כוח חזק ועליון יותר, because tshuva, which is the medicine, is stronger and more powerful than food. לפי שהוא בחילה יסר, שהוא בחינס בכל מאודיך, when we say shema, בכל מאודיך, בכל מידה ומידה, with all of our resources, it's everything, right? דהינה האהבה, שבחינס צדיקים, זהו רק בכל לבב. Okay, then he's going back to something else he said that we'll stop here. But what he's saying here is, this is our job, this is who we are, this is the tapuah, right? Constantly bringing tshuva into the world. Tshuva is medicine, right? So that's our job, that's our goal, that's how we're mirapeh, heal, right? We're healers, we're healing the world, and that's our partnership with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the way that we work. So Hashem says, you're my ra'ayah, you're my partner, you're gonna have to do some of my dirty work, right? We have to do some of my dirty work. But that's what we are. That's what we can do. And there's a great benefit of being Hashem's partner. Okay. All right. Have a great week.